Flair's Corner. I can't wait. I've already talked her ear off. I've already embarrassed myself. I'm telling stories about my grandma, asking questions about Andre the Giant. I don't even know if she cares, but she pretended to care because she's that kind of champion. She's that kind of person. Charlotte Flair is in the house, in the building. What's up, champ? How are you?
Not much. You're too kind.
Oh, my God. I mean every word of it. Honestly, did I weird you out a little bit? Because I just rifled like 30.
You can say yes.
30 thoughts at you in a row about 30 different
Only
wrestling
when you
topics.
were like, I know how to do the figure four. I was like, is he wanting to show
I would
me
love to.
the
Would you
figure
please
four?
would you let
I'm
me?
really confused right
No,
now.
okay. I was trying to work up to asking you if I can. Am I allowed to put the figure four on you?
I
promise I won't hurt you.
This guy likes me.
Okay.
Adam, I don't want to be in trouble today.
Adam's shaking his head.
Adam's going, no, Charlotte.
Wait, but hold on a second. No disrespect to Adam. I think I could take Adam. I mean, Adam. I'm not worried about Adam here.
So the figure four is someone that has the same last name as me. But I'm actually the figure 8 because mine's twice as good.
Oh, I don't doubt it, girl. I don't doubt it.
So, BT, before we came on air, Charlotte, BT said that WrestleMania is 2 nights.
It is.
You added stupendous. Do you get trained to put adjectives in front of words? I'm serious.
I'm just that good at my job.
I see. It was awesome, though. I mean,
no, we call it the most stupendous 2 nights of the year.
Where WrestleMania has gone. Yeah. I mean, it is amazing. By the way, we got a little event tonight, SmackDown at Barclays, and you don't know your role the way this goes with SmackDown. You don't know your role until you get there, till the night starts, right?
Well, last week I put Rhonda through an announce table, so maybe I should do it again this week.
I'd love to say it. By the way, when you rap with her, you're strong. You're obviously cut up nicely, but how strong is she?
Not as strong as me.
Not really?
Really?
Is that just smack talk, or are you being for real? Because I think of Ronda Rousey as
she would destroy us in a second.
Okay. Well,
go ahead, Charlotte.
I'm not supposed to like Ronda, okay?
Yeah, we don't just forget about Rousey. Trying to play off that Piper bit.
Yeah.
She is an Olympic jiu-jitsu,
She
has
right?
a medal in judo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So with what you can't teach instinct. So when I'm in there with her, she naturally has the instinct for when you train with other girls that don't necessarily have an athletic background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think I am naturally gifted and strong? Yes. But what she makes up for maybe in strength is the technique. She's going to find my arm no matter where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if I don't protect my arms, I'm going to lose my arms. And maybe my legs too. I don't know. Do you know, if that...
I got you. No, I totally get it. By the way, back to the figure 4 leg lock here. And the application of figure 8, my bad. Can you put it on me? If you're afraid to, I understand you got to perform. I'll lay on the ground.
Adam over there.
I love Adam over there.
No, I don't mean actually hurt me, but just give me a little squeeze.
Once I put the figure 8 on, people tap out.
Okay,
that's the thing.
I've
never put it on and no one tapped out.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, the industry. I'm gonna keep going back to this. Well, by the way, I am going to let you hurt me today. Charlotte Flair is in studio. We've got SmackDown tonight. We've got WrestleMania, which is approaching 40. What are we at? 38? What are we at right now? 38. Coming up next weekend in Dallas. This is how far wrestling has come, and this is how long I have enjoyed the sport and the entertainment. WrestleMania 1 was on closed circuit TV. You had to have, there was one person in our neighborhood where we could watch it, and we felt like they were the most affluent person. We were in a rich neighborhood, so we went there to watch it. And the pageantry, generally these things work up and they build steam, and they certainly have, no doubt. But WrestleMania started with a bang. Vince didn't just kind of stick his toe in the pool. It was full board. Liberace, the Luminaries. It was insane. And, I look back at the early days, and I wonder, how much more can the sport keep growing? You guys push but how much more can you push
Think about it. Now it's so big, it's 2 nights.
Yeah, there's your answer, right, Charlotte?
It's 2 nights.
Yeah, I guess.
We
go for 3 nights soon? That's what I'm saying. How much more can we go?
I think 2 is good.
Yeah. What's the innovation? Like what has made it become so much bigger? I mean, obviously women becoming more involved, as you and Rhonda and everyone else we were talking. But what's made it become so much, I don't know, more mainstream, I guess is really the word.
I think it's bringing out outside talent, like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was WrestleMania last year. In the Royal Rumble this year. Like, people who are at the top of their game in their professions that want to be a part of what we do, because it's, what makes WWE so great is it has entertainment for everyone.
It's got a great
everyone
crossover.
can find a storyline that they like or fit in, or a character.
Well, McAfee was just involved the other night.
Yeah. And Jake Paul is going to be there, right?
Yep.
Jake Paul from Triller and these boxing matches.
Look at for the women, Rhonda. Like, look what she did in her profession, and then what we created here must have been so special that she wanted to be a part of it.
Can you carve out a role for me?
Do you want to carry my bags?
Yeah. I will.
I'm just kidding. I need a personal a guy on commentary for
Wait, you ask me to be the man version of like Elizabeth from back in the day for the Macho Man? I mean, it's a little emasculating, but I guess I'll do it. Sign me up. I'm in. I can talk on the mic. Not that you need me to be a verbal mouthpiece, but I can
be
do
my
it all for
personal
you.
commentary guy.
Is that a real offer, or are you just placating me here? I can't tell, because she
serious.
smiles when she said it.
And Adam's over there like, all right, I'm going to kill this guy.
How often, and I'm sure it's pretty frequent, you get out of a match and you are legitimately hurt. Like the next day, like this guy getting out of bed after a football game on a Monday. I mean, you get the things that you guys do.
I am
the
genetically
risks.
superior, okay? I've never been hurt.
Okay.
Just my heart when I've lost.
Where do I go from there?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
She's never been injured, maybe. You've been hurt.
No, not going. I mean, it takes a toll, but like, if you really take, I'm always taking care of myself, whether it's in the gym or through nutrition and like getting the proper sleep. Like, sometimes being that loner at home is what has kept me in the game so long. Like, I've been very fortunate since 2015 to not have had a major injury.
Yeah.
Like, I've taken some pretty hard hits and hard bumps, but nothing that's like, I've never broken a bone.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even playing.
like-
I just meant like you bang bodies, you go off the ropes. I mean, you hit the ground. Like
the
that's
real
just
men
kinda...
don't complain about it, okay?
I got you.
No, but I mean, I could sit here and say like, no, it's hard. Like bumping every night on, like, that's what we call like when you
for sure.
get hit.
No, we know that. I mean,
no,
what do you think
it's
you're dealing with rookies here? Maybe Barbara, but I'm ready to enter
but it's
the brand here. Come on, Charlotte.
I've never, so like, here's my thing. The reason I'm not like selling it is because I never heard my dad complain one time.
Your dad was different.
Ever.
Your dad was different.
Never heard him say,
Is that because he
needed
loved it, or is that because he knew he had to be,
No, I've never heard him say I need an Advil or Tylenol or oh my back or oh my head. Like, I never heard my dad say that.
I have a question for you.
And if he was in pain, he would not say it.
Yeah.
Your dad, I think I can say this with great I don't think that there's anybody that loved the sport, the recognition, all the stuff that comes with it, the trappings, but like that was such a part of the character. I don't know anybody that ever wrestled ever that loved it like your dad. He's got to, I know he's involved with it, but he's got to really miss it. I look at him and from a technical point of view, Ricky Steamboat, very short list. I mean, your dad was amazing, obviously. Is he happy? Is he happy as he gets older? I don't even want to ask you about your dad because I want to talk about you. But as he's gotten older, I look at him and I almost feel like, man, there's got to be an emptiness because of who he was for so long.
I would say that to a degree, except like if you ever saw my dad watch me wrestle, like if you were with him in whether a restaurant or at home or where, like, it's like almost like living vicariously through me. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why I feel so much pressure.
Yep.
If you ask my dad, he still thinks he can go. So I don't think he's sad.
Yeah.
Like, he's still like living his best life in Tampa.
Yep. Yep. Who's
he
his best?
just like if someone said, "Hey, you want to be the champ?" Absolute. Like,
Oh, there's no doubt he would say yeah to that.
No.
Of course he would. Who's his best friend in the business of all time? Best friend. I know the horse, but I know he had his crew. But who like best friend?
Yeah, who was
ever
always around
in wrestling?
since I was born, my uncle Arn
Anderson.
Arn Anderson.
Yep.
And then they're just like my dad's best friend from high school, my uncle Bruce. I have a lot of uncles. Bruce MacArthur, but in the business, like, man, he was close to Piper.
Roddy
Steamboat.
Piper's my all-time fan. I loved Roddy Piper.
I know when he came to WWE, Triple H, Shawn.
When he first came, did he because at that point, it was, and Tiki, I know you didn't follow it the way I did, but just to connect the dots for those who might not have. By the way, Charlotte Flair's in studio. We've got SmackDown this weekend, tonight actually, in Brooklyn. We've got WrestleMania next weekend in Dallas, Saturday, 2 nights. But when your dad came here, that's when the territories were still like NWA, AWA was a little more geographically cut up, cut up, and Vince changed that. And I always wondered, like, when he came here, it was different, and he was still the man, and he was Ric Flair, and he had the robes, and he had the woo, and he had everything that Ric Flair is. But did he enjoy wrestling? And I don't mean at the Garden per se, the building, but being a part of Northeast wrestling as much as he did down south.
So when I think of my dad, I think of the Greensboro Coliseum, him and Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I was trying to get at.
So my dad's 30 for 30 did a wonderful job explaining this. But when you think of my dad versus Hulk Hogan, in today's like comparison, my dad would have been the indie guy, the number one indie guy coming into the big company. Mm-hmm. Like my dad was a worker. He worked all over the world every single night.
Japan. I know he went to Japan a lot.
Oh, he loves Japan.
He loved it, right?
So that's the comparison. Like he worked every company.
Yeah, he did.
And then made the big company.
Is this glamorous, or is it such hard work that you know what I mean? You get what I'm getting at? Because some people think, oh, Charlotte Flair, she's her dad Rick is the legend, and she's a legend now. Is it glamorous though, or is it a grind?
It's a grind. You have to love this business to be successful at it. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Before COVID, we were on the road 300 plus days a year, and the only time you're off is when you're injured.
Yeah.
There is no off season in the WWE.
How do you manage that? I mean, because a lot of people work hard, right? Not saying people don't, but this feels like it's every day, nonstop, and
I don't know.
You have to keep performing. It's one thing to be like most people don't have the I don't say the burden because that's saying too much, but the burden of being on every single day. You know what I mean? Like we come on air, we have to talk.
I'm off.
You just turn it off.
But it sounds like you're on a lot. And that's hard. Or is it not hard?
No, it is. I don't know. Wrestling changed my life. So it's kind of like you get one shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what Eminem tells us. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I knew you were going to say that.
Did you really
I mean,
know
it's hard and it's tiring, but like, man, there is nothing like when I walk out in AT&T Stadium for the second time next weekend in front of 101,000 people, knowing that I control their emotions. That's on me.
Yeah.
And that I'm a woman in a male-dominated world. I'm going to steal the show the entire weekend, both nights. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself not loving it?
As she swigs a little coffee, contemplates the answer, and here it is.
No. I just don't want to. No, I'm always going to love it. I'm always going to want to be performing. I think it would be hard to have to play a different role. And I think I don't want to go down the same road as my dad.
Listen, I mean, on the scale of popularity and wealth and importance and all that stuff, I mean, I am a million miles behind you, admittedly. But I know what you mean on some level. Like, I think about, all right, when Mike, like, I love the radio. I love it. I love doing what we do. And hopefully I'll be blessed to do it for a long time. But when your mind goes there, you know, as you get older, you think, well, how long will I do this for? I don't want to say it's an empty, lonely place, but it's a place I'm not in a rush to get. Like, when you love what you do,
well,
you
I
never
don't
want it
think
to
I'm
end.
good at anything else.
That's probably the same with me.
I don't know.
Well, you never tried anything else either.
What would you be if you weren't wrestling? What would you have done?
Personal trainer?
Okay, well, okay, there you go. There you go. question for you, Charlotte. So before you come out to this incredible explosion of applause and expectation and anticipation and all the things that make up the entrance to a ring, are you nervous?
Yes.
You have to be.
I just always think, how am I going to be Charlotte tonight? Like, I don't feel that confident and that badass and that, like, how do you command the room every single night? Like, there's some days I walk in grill, I'm like, how am I going to get there tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, my music hits and I get there. But, yeah, I think when you stop being nervous is when you quit the business.
Can you tell, I don't know, and I've heard your dad say this a lot, you know, he can get into a ring with somebody like Hulk, who was not a good wrestler technically at all. I mean, he had all the other stuff, but it was the drop, you know, off the ropes, drop the leg, give you the forearm, you know, 1, 2, 3, rip the shirt off, or, you know, the cross and everything. Your dad was, you know, a magician in the ring, and he could carry guys. Can you tell, like Steamboat and a few others, can you tell 2-3 minutes into your match if you are not where you need to be, like just immersed in the movement, the flow with your opponent? Can you tell that early?
You can usually tell when you have chemistry with someone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is that what it's all about?
Yeah.
It's just the chemistry with the
But
opponent.
sometimes you might not have chemistry at first, and then you get really good chemistry. That's not necessarily like, oh, you're never going to have chemistry. But there's just some people that, yeah, you spark when you touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's.
I can see
hear you. I think we all know you're
I
saying.
can see that. So
We all know that spark there, Flair. Charlotte Flair's with us in the studio. I got a little gripe. Don't take it the wrong way.
Oh, boy.
What? No, nothing about you, but about the industry a little bit. One of my favorite part of the industry as a kid, what got me hooked, was the interviews.
Yep.
And to me, the interviews have become almost too jovial, a little too corny. And I know that that's part of the direct, like that's by design. It's not like you've got these script writers like, oh, this seems so real and it comes out. No, they know that it's getting, or they're just terrible writers, which I don't think is the case. But the interviews to me, I like the older ones better. I know that's a broad brush.
why? Because they were adversarial?
Yeah,
They were
adversarial.
But what if
more
we're
combative?
unique.
What if we're not targeting your audience anymore?
Oh, you're not targeting my audience.
That-
I fully admit that. You're right. No, I got you. And by the way, I'm south of 50. Take it easy over there. Let's not get nuts over there, Charlotte Flair. Don't let me bust out the figure 4.
I know. I'm trying to make.
You got the figure 8. I got the figure 12.
No. I'm
that
trying to
even
make. The product's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
more kids watch.
Elaborate on that, though. I want to hear your real thought behind that.
The product's different, and we're publicly traded.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah. So it's a kid's show.
No, I don't think it's a kid's show. I think there's something for every age. Like if you go to our live events that aren't televised on the weekend, you see just all ages.
Yeah.
Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, kid home from college.
Well, it's more wholesome for sure. The blood's gone away.
Well,
the
everyone just
vileness
has,
has
like,
gone away.
Maybe the whole show isn't Attitude Era, but you get like pieces.
Yep. To satisfy everybody.
Yep.
I got you.
Yeah. What are we going to see tonight at Barclays? What are we going to see you do tonight at Barclays?
It's the road to WrestleMania. You might see me put Ronda through another table. You might
but you
see
really
Brock
don't know.
Lesnar come in with a, I don't even know what you call that machine. Something from the forklift.
The forklift. Yeah.
The forklift.
How does going through a table not hurt? I know there's an art to it, but how does that not hurt?
We got screws loose.
I got you.
I don't know.
Wait.
Get
The
smashed with a
table has
chair?
screws loose, or you have screws loose?
Oh my God! Hey, listen. Sometimes you think that it's dummied, and ask who did the honky tonk man smash?
Find someone
smash
after
over the
a
head with the
kendo
guitar,
stick.
and it wasn't gimmicked.
No.
What?
Find someone after they've been attacked, have been attacked with a kendo stick, and then you see if it's gimmicked.
No, listen. I'm not saying that.
No,
you know,
not you,
I mean,
but I've just, oof.
Yeah, I get it. You guys are out of your minds. The top level of performers, physically strong, physically resilient, charisma. Now, not everybody's you, but I mean, it's incredible
Do you want
entertainment.
front row tickets to Barclays tonight?
No, I want to come out. I want to walk you to the ring is what I really want to do, and I want to really put you in the figure 4 leg lock.
Well, do
now,
you have a suit? I might need you in a suit.
of course, I have a suit.
Okay, then we're golden.
Do you think this face doesn't have suits? Come on, Charlotte. What are we doing over here? Hey, Hoff, I really want to just hang out with Charlotte for the next couple of hours, but I know that where we just ran through the clock. Where I don't really care, but where are we with breaks? I mean, is Charlotte bored of us? Well, what's the story here?
You could do what you want to do, my friend. You got time.
We're at
No
my
rush.
entrance.
That's the answer. That's the answer. That's the answer I wanted to hear. Go ahead, T. What you got?
No, I'm curious about your process, right? How you first of all, how this all comes together, Rhonda and the I don't know, because we know it's a performance, right? And we know that there is physicality to it, and we know that there's emotion to it. Like, how do you get to that part of it? Like
I
behind
think
the
there
scenes.
needs to be a little ego too, no?
Yeah, I mean, of course there is. I mean, I hear you talking about like, I don't know if I'm going to be on, and I know what you mean because I've done events and I've had to be places, and I'm like, man, I just don't feel it today. But then when I get there, it's always like, all right, I'm good. Right?
Yeah.
Like, what's your process?
Like, I can't even really think about WrestleMania yet because the moment's so big. I can't be worn out by the time I get there. That's how big.
So you kind of
like,
ignore it until you're in the moment.
Yeah, because it's such like a. Maybe because I'm like emotionally like, I mean, I got into the business because my little brother died. Like, there's so many things. It wasn't my dad. Like, I'm so. Like, where does Charlotte start and Ashley end?
Like your
My real
dad.
name's
Like your
Ashley.
dad.
Yeah.
He talked about that.
And the process is different for everybody, but I'm just trial and error. And I think because I was an athlete my whole life, that's what's gotten me so far so quickly. Like, if you don't have an athlete, like if you don't have that mindset of a athlete,
got to be a little bit crazy.
you just like, but like listening to coaches and teamwork. And I've played, or I've gymnastics as an individual for volleyball team. Like, you've got to have that competitiveness naturally. Like any aspect of the business, like I want to be the best at, and that'll drive you crazy. Like, I don't want to just be good in the ring. I want to be good at promos. I want to be good in the ring. I want to be the best woman ever. No, I want to be the best male and female. Like, it'll drop. Like, that's how competitive I am, and that's how my dad raised me.
Yeah.
All I know is this: when I was growing up, the Fabulous Moolah was on my screen. Now these young kids get to look at you and the other
You
girls.
call
I
me
don't know.
young,
I think I
thanks.
kind of missed out. The Fabulous, great champion, but I mean, come on. 877-337-6666. Maybe we'll squeeze in a couple for Charlotte if she's cool with that. Let's do this, Dolph. I know you guys are going to be here until 12. Then you got to bounce. Totally get it. Let's get a break now. We'll come back if you guys want to tweet us. You can throw some in there at Tiki and Tierney. We'll read a couple of good ones to Charlotte, and we'll hang out for about 10 more minutes with the star that she is right here on The Fan, Tiki and Tierney. All right, 11:52 on The Fan, Tiki and Tierney show here. Presence of greatness. I knew that, but if I didn't know that, I got an interest. We got a lot of tweets about you, and this one's from Frank Feroldi_4, and he writes, for somebody who watches every promotion of wrestling all over the globe, you are the most complete professional wrestler, promo and in the ring. You're in the presence of greatness. And we can feel it,
Yeah.
You can just feel, no, seriously, there's an energy. By the way, we've seen you wrestle, but there is just this palpable energy
Yeah, it's a presence.
that emits from you that is natural.
That's right. That's why she's the star of Friday Night SmackDown.
We got a little
it is.
SmackDown
Stop
tonight.
it, guys.
Stop it. Oh,
feel
no,
like we-
please, more.
yeah.
Stop. Please, more.
we
Stop.
did talk to you before on the national show, I
Yes.
believe.
She doesn't
Yes.
remember that,
Yeah.
please. She has no idea that she
Of
spoke to
course.
us on the national
Yes, I
show.
do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
do.
You do?
Ish.
I have a picture with you.
That's right.
Why did you just point to Tiki and
Because she didn't take
completely
I
one.
have
ignore
a
me?
picture with you. You might put me in the figure 4 something.
See, this is what happens.
Figure 8.
Off. You see what happens here? This guy doesn't know a thing about wrestling, right? He knows real, like he knows like wrestling. I'm dropping names. And automatically,
I
the
was
two
talking
pro
about-
athletes connect.
I was talking about broken coccyxes earlier.
I did. Yes, I don't know if we need to get into that now. We could.
It
Obviously,
happens
but,
in wrestling.
you know.
It happens.
You see what Tiki? He's a troublemaker, Charlotte.
I'm not
Watch
a
him.
troublemaker.
Watch him.
I am not at all.
Charlotte Flair is in the house, in studio, which is awesome. WrestleMania next weekend in Dallas. Your favorite WrestleMania venue? I know they're all awesome. I know the crowds are all the best besides the Garden, besides MetLife.
I'm AT&T Stadium, baby.
100%.
Yeah.
What's second?
Go big or go home.
That was too easy. That's true. What's number two? That's a bad question. What's number two? It's an obvious question.
It
number
really
two.
is, though. I mean, it's the best sports
It's
venue.
the
and
best. Like,
it's amazing.
It doesn't get any better.
And it can
than
get bigger or smaller. Depending.
No.
It can be whatever
and it's
you
in
want
Texas.
it to be. Yeah.
Okay, my wife's from Texas. I know the size of Texas. I love Texas. What's number two?
You got to have something in your heart for Greensboro, the Coliseum.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's old. but-
WrestleManias, though.
Oh, she says.
Are we asking for WrestleManias?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
I guess New Orleans is pretty awesome.
Okay.
The Saints Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Superdome.
Yep.
Okay.
I never wrestled
I think
in
it's Mercedes-Benz now.
New
I think, did they
49ers
change the name of
Stadium.
it? Is it
They
still
did.
Mercedes?
Oh,
I
it
thought
is
they did.
Mercedes-Benz.
I thought they changed the name on that.
I never wrestled in the 49ers new stadium,
Mm-hmm. Levi.
but I was in Triple H's entrance on that.
How's he feel,
That
by the way?
stadium.
Is he okay?
He's making the announcement right now.
Oh, he's with my boy Stephen A?
Yeah.
I think he is with Stephen A today. So we got a few other tweets here, one of which, and I kind of lost the actual Twitter handle, but I'll paraphrase. Aside from your dad, you need industry advice. You want to talk to somebody, who are you going to?
My man.
Hmm?
Because he's hard on me.
Okay.
Really hard on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well,
What-
he's
what- Yeah,
but he
what are those
says,
conversations like, though?
He's like, because sometimes I'm like, can you just say the positive
Say the
first
positive
and
things.
then the negative? I don't understand why you can't positive, negative, not just go right into the negative. But
I do the same thing with my wife.
oh my god,
Doesn't everybody at the end of the day, if you really
no,
think about
I
it?
need 3 positive to outweigh the negative. Okay,
Okay.
That's good advice, man. Listen to this.
but once we get in the argument after, he's like, no, it's just because he tells me all the time, like, he sees how talented I am and just he's biased over me, but he's just like, there's no one like you and I just want that much more. Plus he's from Mexico, he's Mexican, and Lucha Libre
Oh,
there is
huge.
Like, he's 4th generation. So
He's basically like Aaron Boone.
So
Yeah.
I have certain skills that he doesn't have. Like, they're technical. And I teach him how to be a star. He teaches me
Yep.
how to wrestle like a man.
Got it.
Does that?
Yeah.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
So after a match, we're going to let you run pretty soon. Charlotte Flair's in studio. So after a match, and I would imagine the dynamics of a woman's locker room is very different than the men's locker room. Not implying anything negative or I just would imagine it's very different. Match is over. Let's say you have a bad match. Maybe not you, but the match doesn't go the way you wanted it, the way it was supposed to go. Somebody wasn't selling. You took a bump that you should have. Whatever it may have been. You get in the locker room. What's it like?
Every girl is different, and I'm an Aries.
I knew I
Sometimes
liked you.
Sometimes
I
I
know I
say
liked you.
things before.
I knew I liked you.
Okay.
Like,
So you're not
I don't
ducking
know,
around
but
the
just,
issue.
Like, every person, like, I think now every girl knows what Charlotte's like. Like, I don't have time to sugarcoat things.
Okay.
And some people need, it's every girl is different. Every interaction is different. Every match is different. Like, but I will say, after a match is the worst time to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because that is when your emotions are the most heightened.
They're right.
Don't have a conversation then.
Gotcha.
Don't do it.
Well, listen.
So leave Charlotte alone when it's all
No,
said and
not
done.
me.
Let her stew.
No, but I can't speak for other girls. I just know, like, if I feel something, it's very hard for me to, like, keep it, like.
Yeah, I hear
just,
you.
You're not gonna. There's no need to internalize it.
blurt
Get
it
it out.
out.
Move on.
No, but I think, like, I always come back 20 minutes later. I'm sorry if I.
Yeah.
But every girl is different.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. I got you. Well, listen, go and do your thing.
Thank
We've
you.
kept you here long enough, but you don't have to take the headsets off immediately. I mean, say goodbye to you. I mean, she's running out of here.
See ya.
So we got SmackDown. I'm still getting the figure 4 on you. I mean, has this been decided? No. SmackDown tonight at Barclays. We've got WrestleMania next week. Listen, no peers. I mean, you're fantastic, and the responses and the world of wrestling. You're like your dad. I mean, you really are. You are your dad's daughter, and that is the highest compliment I could give you
only
as
in
a
certain things,
performer.
okay?
I got you.
The star of Friday Night SmackDown.
Have
Charlotte
fun tonight.
Flair.
Have fun.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
You got it. We'll get an update in a second. We'll come back. We'll reset things up. Tiki and Tierney on the Fan.